Hi everyone, I'm Carrie Cudney from the training department. Thanks for joining me today to learn a little bit about paper quilling. Quilling is an age-old paper crafting technique which was featured in your recent Stampin' Up! Magazine, and it involves rolling paper, so it's a great way to show off our designer series paper or cardstock, and it's really fun to incorporate into your projects. So let me show you the card we're going to create today. This fun little I love you card. It's simple, but it really lets the quilling be the showcase and the focus of the card. And it's a great way to learn how to paper quill. So let me show you how to do this. When you're doing quilling, the first thing you want to do is decide on your image. And you can use a stamped image or maybe freehand your own. But what we are doing today is using the full heart punch as our image. So punches are a great way to start out. They give you a basic shape. And I already have a rose red heart punched out and positioned on my card. And then the next step is to cut strips of paper. The width of the strip is going to depend on your design. Anywhere from 1/16 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch will work. On all of the projects featured in the magazine, we've used 1/8 of an inch or about 3 millimeters wide. That's a great width to start with. And then again, the length of the strip will depend on your design. For this heart, I'm actually going to use 12 inches. I've just trimmed that strip off of a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. And now I'm going to fold it right in half. And then that fold is going to be down here at the point of my heart. And now comes the rolling. When you're quilling, you want to very tightly wind your paper strips into a roll, and we found the best tool to do that with is the paper piercing tool. So I'm just going to start rolling these, and when you're very starting out, that's the trickiest part. And one tip that might help you get a tighter roll is to just wet the tip of your paper a little bit. This is a Stampin' sponge that I've just moistened with a little bit of water, and that will make it a little bit more pliable and almost help it grip to your tool a little bit easier. And then I'm just going to start rolling. You can kind of see how that works. Once you get it started, it's sometimes easier to slip that tool out and just use your fingers to get a tight roll. And you can kind of see how that's working, that tight roll. So I would keep rolling that all the way down this side and then do the same thing on this side. And here's one that I've done ahead of time. So you can see those rolls on either side and then the fold in the center. Once you get that done, you can kind of position it on your shape, make sure that you've got it this size and it's going to fit where you want it to fit. And now you can glue it on. Now I forgot to mention that I'm using Whisper White cardstock. Our designer series paper works well too. The heavier weight cardstocks will work, but it is trickier because they are heavier weight. And now we can glue it on. The best adhesive to use for this is our multi-purpose liquid adhesive. And I kind of like to go in sections. So I'm going to maybe start up here and just kind of put a thin thread of glue. It doesn't have to be completely covered, so I'm just kind of dotting it around so I have a little bit of adhesive. Then we'll maybe start with this edge. The liquid adhesive kind of lets you position it because it takes a minute to dry. So if it doesn't go exactly where you want it the first time, you can position it again. And then once that dries a little bit, you can kind of come down here, add a little bit more glue, and just kind of go around. It's easier to do it in sections so that you can work with it and make sure that it's exactly where you want it to be. And then I would come back with the glue and glue that side on. And when the glue dries, it dries clear, so if you do have a little bit showing, it won't show up on your finished project. In fact, let me show you the finished project one more time. I love the simplicity of this card, but that quilling is really a showcase and it really shows off that fun art. And once you've mastered kind of the basics, you can step it up and try some more intricate designs, like we've done on this cute little birthday box. You can see the fun rolls in the design on the birthday present, or like we've done here on the title page that says Quilling. So I hope you have fun incorporating paper quilling into your projects and showing it to your customers. Thanks for joining me, and happy stamping!